Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SoloMid.net 1 vs 1 competition. It is the open tournament. We are in the quarterfinals. We are in game number 2 between not Caddy, not Messiah. We are with Az21 and Caesar. I'm going to call him Luke because Juc just sounds kind of funny. But his name is Caesar. I'm going to be calling that Az21. We do have Az21 on Tristana, and in game number 1 we did have Caesar on Tristana, but now we have a Master Yi coming out. Not exactly something we predicted, but IRC was like, Yi's the best guy ever to do it. So now we're going to see if that's going to be the case. I am the FourCourtJester. With me today on stream is going to be Reginald. He is going to be your camera. And look at this, we're actually on the same side today. So whenever I talk about a hero, we're going to be like, oh man, I can see that hero. Don't you hurt me here, Reginald. Go away. I'm a little Timo. Anyways, we do have Caddy on the other side, and Caddy's going to be supplying us with some inside information about these heroes. So Caddy, do say hello to the nice people.
Hello everyone, and glad you could all make it. We got up to 2,000 people, so we obviously got an active fan base ready for us. I hope you're all ready for the next what we're going to be doing. We're plotting it out right now for you. So in the next few weeks, pay attention and be ready for what we're about to for our next tournament.
You heard it here first, folks. We have more tournaments coming down the line with SoloMid.net. Caddy's likely going to be organizing them again because he did organize all 1,024 people in this tournament. That's a lot of people. So big props to him. Send him a thank you note, guys, because without him, it is not going to be possible to do this kind of stuff in the future. A little bit of information from my own. Caesar is going to be running 9021 with attack speed, some health, some mana regen, and some AP per level. Do you have any inside information on Tristana there, Caddy?
Yep, Tristana looks like he's running about the same book as we saw from the other Tristana last time. We've got 25 armor with 13 attack speed, so a very offensive build.
So, just going balls to the walls offense. I like it. Right now, Master Yi is just running around here in the middle. He has himself 2 Fairy Charms and 3 Health Potions. So I'm not too sure why the Fairy Charms, because the 2 of them is actually going to give you less mana regen than, say, a Meki Pendant. But he probably has a good reason for it, although I would be lowing very hard if we saw a Tiamat's. Likely, you know, we're not going to be seeing a Tiamat's. Don't quote me on that, guys. But we're probably not going to see a Tiamat. So that out of the way, what does Tristana have? She's going to go more of a standard cloth armor and health potions. And we're going to get this started. So some good spam coming out of Caesar. He really wants to push this lane early, but he's also using that Alpha Strike to get off some shots onto Az21. Now Az21, as we saw last game, he went up against Tristana, and the big range coming out of the passive, the healing debuff from Tristana's E skill, which I never actually did look up the name to, you know, that really put a crink in his style. So he thought, okay, sure, I'll do that against Caesar here, but Caesar went with Master Yi. Now Master Yi does have himself that healing ability. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to be negated at all by those grievous wounds. So that's fine, great, awesome, and right now we do have more Alpha Strikes going on to Az21. If he gets hit by a few more of these Alpha Strikes, could be a very quick game. Last game we did see it go to about the 14.5 minute mark, and it was not a first kill, it was a first tower, and that was won by Caesar. So, I mean, if he takes this, they are best of 3 matches. If he takes this, he's going to be moving on to the semifinals to join Whispers of...
Wings of Death.
Yes, awesome, great. See, Caddy, he's in the know. Me, I'm not at all. See, that's why he's the head admin, because he's so good like that. So, Caddy, you do see, of course, you know, that ranged physical DPS up against a melee physical DPS. What do you think we're going to be seeing here today?
Well, you know, I've played Master Yi, and I've done a lot of solo Master Yi, and Master Yi has to be probably one of the very safe farmers. You know, you just Alpha Strike spam. I normally don't go with Fairy Charms. The Dorian's Rings are a good choice. You know, giving yourself some magic regen, health, magic damage, so you can just Alpha Strike and meditate. So it looks like this Yi is planning to just stick around in lane and Alpha Strike him down and push that tower very slowly. And unlike most champions, Master Yi will just literally face rape your tower once he gets in range with his
Face rape. You said that on air after just saying, you know, there's children watching this, but okay, sure. Level 4s are coming out. We do have another Alpha Strike going down. Now, we do have Flash and we do have Teleport on both heroes. No Ignites again. Flash Teleport seems to be the thing these days. Is that not right, Caddy?
You know, we were talking about this earlier, and summoner spells, you know, can differ, but, you know, Flash just seems very unnecessary. It'll save your life, but it's not very an offensive, especially on a melee champion.
Well, with the Master Yi, I mean, he can get in close there with that Alpha Strike, negate any damage during the Alpha Strike simply because he can't hit the guy. And just look at this. I don't think he's missed. Okay, I think he's missed one Alpha Strike right now, and it's just really wrecking havoc on Tristana. She's really using those health potions as quickly as she can, and I don't know. We still have a good amount of mana here on the Master Yi, so I don't know. Right now, it's looking very, very pushed and very much in Caesar's favor. The last hits are not actually that different. They're about 32 to 29. Az is actually going to get really close in there, throwing off a grievous wound, but he's going to take an Alpha Strike to the face for it. Now, let's take a quick look here at Tristana. She is on her last health potion. She does have that cloth armor, negating a little bit of those auto attacks. But help me out here, Caddy. Is that actually going to be negating any of the Alpha Strike damage?
No, that is purely magic damage.
I had a suspicion, but I wanted to confirm it with a better player than I. But, man, these Alpha Strikes, they're just really doing a good number here on Tristana. So, we're likely going to see Tristana either die here, now that we have level 6, or we're going to be seeing her go back to town, picking up a few items. And, I don't know, another big theme of the day we've been seeing is Wriggle's Lantern on these physical damage champions. It'd probably be a very good idea for a Yi to get one, but it's also a very, very good item pickup there for Tristana, considering a lot of her damage is going to be coming out of these auto attacks and blowing up creeps every time she can get that last hit. So let's just make sure we don't have any AFK messages of death, as I just did get my first. My little Timo's going to go do a little dance. We are going to have Caesar he wanted to go to town, decided not to instead. So I'm not too sure why the change of heart. Maybe he has enough mana now just for another Alpha Strike, although it does not seem that he wants to use it. No, okay. I don't know. Both champions are going to be dancing back and forth. Az21, probably a very good idea. Oh, that was almost the game ender right there. 38 hit points. Come on, Yi, if you jump in, there's the flash. He's not actually going to get it. Man, it's like he was in my head. I was going to say he could just flash in there, get a shot off. But no, we did have Az21 very prepared for that, and we did eat a few tower shots there from Caesar. So very likely now we're going to see people going back to town. We are actually just going to have some Alpha Strikes go down right now. Caesar's going to try to do his best. He knows that Az is low, likely off in town, and now he's going to try to get off some of these free tower damage. But this is the big importance of teleport, because he's going to come right back. But where is Tristana right now, sir?
She's coming back to her lane. She's just teleport. She has the extended teleport, so it takes her a little bit longer. But as you guessed, you know, there's another ranged carry with Wriggle's Lantern from that cloth. So we're gonna see about the same damage from that Master Yi, but you know, she's gonna be able to heal it.
Okay, so I don't really know what to make of this, but Master Yi, 3 Doran's Rings, 2 Mana Potions is what he picked up. Not too sure why. Can you explain a little bit here, sir?
Well, I mean, normal Yi early game is what you want to see. Is you just want a good farming and being able to stay in your lane, and ability power and mana regen gives that to you. You know, so with these Dorian Rings and these Mechis, the Fairy Charms, he's just gonna be able to out heal the damage Triss does and just delete entire waves with Alpha Strike after Alpha Strike, and actually be able to probably slowly whittle away this Triss.
As you say that, we just see a perfect example of that, because we did have an Alpha Strike just take off, what, about, I'd say, 5th to 6th of her health. So if we can land a few more of those, we'll be in good shape. There's the meditation. Caesar now nice and healthy, so he's not even going to be relying on health potions at all. We don't have any kind of health potions here on Az21 as well, but he does have superior range over this Yi, as well as the lifesteal option. So I don't know, it's going to come out pretty close, but Az is going to have to play a little defensive. He is melee range now of Caesar, simply because of that Alpha Strike range, and he's going to be down to half now. The only thing he's going to be able to do is just try to get some last hits. So Caesar going to be very aggressive. He's going to really try to capitalize on the fact that the teleport is down for Az21. He has to stay around town, otherwise he's going to start taking a lot of tower damage, and that's an easy way to get knocked out of this, so he does not go to those semifinals. So Caesar is going to keep up this pressure, likely going to land another Alpha Strike simply because these creeps are just so close. There it is right now, 84 hit points going off on Az21 simply because of that extra spike in the wriggle damage. which is a good fun thing to have. So Caesar going to be keeping that catapult not in range of that tower, so very wise decision there. Going to be eating that damage himself, which at this point he's not really that concerned about it. So you can kind of see the waves now starting to take a lot of damage from this Alpha Strike, and as you said, it's going to be deleting these waves. I like the terminology that deleting these waves. AZ has to be very careful not to eat too many of these, because I'm not too sure he's going to be able to out heal it. But at this point, it does look like we have ourselves a little bit of a creep board. Neither creep wave is actually reaching the towers at this point. So Tristana, which I assume is still in the mid here, yep, there she is, and Caesar are just going to be fighting off in the middle, which means we're probably going to see this game drag out a little bit. It's just past the 10-minute mark, which is a little, we've been seeing a lot of these games go a little longer than that 9-minute mark, which used to be about the average I used to see. So we're going to see them go a little bit longer. It's likely going to be a first kill, though, here, simply because the towers aren't taking any kind of damage. And it's likely not going to also happen until past level 11, because we're going to have the teleports go off. We're going to get those last items. Master Yi, I don't know, if he could get off a few more of those Alpha Strikes, I'm going to have to eat my words. But I don't know, Caddy. It's looking like a long, drawn-out process here.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that, the only thing that Tristana could really do at this point, and it might be a...
Okay, actually we're going to have Tristana jump in there, commit to it, try to push him to the tower range. It's not going to work, and Caesar's going to move on to the semifinals. Sorry to put you in that kind of bad situation there, Caddy. I did not expect any kind of jump there. But there you go, Caesar's going to be moving on. The best of 3 has been won by him. We have 2 more quarterfinals games here to do for SoloMid, and we're going to try to get those up here post-haste, and we will see you guys there.